What's up, fellas? Welcome back to my channel. If you have been watching my videos, I've been daily vlogging every day, which is kind of wild for me. It's something I've never done, but I also love doing it. So if you've been watching those, I appreciate it. Today's video is going to be a little bit different though, because it's going to be a sit down video basically talking about the entirety of my 2021, things that went well, things that didn't go as well or didn't go to plan, and also my goals for 2022, what I'd like to accomplish. For me, if you guys have not noticed yet, I feel like I'm someone that always needs to be doing something. I always need to be working towards something, working on something. So a lot of the time I don't sit down and actually kind of look back at what I've done or take the time to celebrate my wins, regardless of like how little or big they are. I feel like I've been this way for my whole life. I don't think I've ever really taken the time to like pat myself on the back, which, not saying that I don't need a participation medal for everything that I do, but I think, you know, there are times where I should sit back and be like, wow, you know, you did that. And this video is gonna be one of those times where I feel like I'm gonna gas myself up a little bit. And that's okay, and I need to be okay with it. I mean, not everyone has to do this publicly, but I just feel like it would be a fun little video idea. So 2021 was a year. Let me tell you that, a very big growth year for myself. I feel like 2020 was very like stagnant year just because, you know, we were all locked up inside, not really much was going on. And I think I kind of like went downhill that year. At least like mentally, I was definitely going downhill. You know, I didn't feel like I was on the upswing. 2021 was kind of a roller coaster of emotions for me. On one hand, I feel like I accomplished so many things that I never thought were possible. And then on another hand, I felt like at times it was kind of the worst place I've ever been in my whole life. So it was a roller coaster of emotions. The first thing I'm gonna say though is that we are quite on the upswing. Like, I feel the best mentally that I've felt in years, and it is so nice to finally be able to say that. Ending a year feeling so optimistic and hopeful for the future and just like so passionate about what I'm doing again. I feel like it has been a long time coming, like regardless of work, regardless of like fitness, of everything, of just like my own life. I feel like the most myself I've been in a really long time. I feel like I almost lost myself over the last couple of years. I feel like I've talked a lot about this on my platforms, but I don't know, I just feel like I haven't really been feeling like myself. And one of my big wins that I accomplished in 2021 was starting to go to therapy and taking the time to work on my mental health. I think for so long I put it off for who knows what reasons. I mean, one of the biggest barriers mentally for me was financially. I just felt like therapy was too expensive, and I had this can-do attitude of that I can do it myself and I can fix myself and whatever is going on, that I just think therapy was the last resort type of thing. Like, I don't know if this is for me, but it got to a point where I was like, let me just try it out because things aren't getting better. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I can't seem to crawl out of like this place that I felt like I was in. So then I started going to therapy, and let me tell you right now, it helped a lot. And it is definitely worth the money. So I am glad that I went to therapy starting kind of at the end of 2021, because I feel like that was a big win for me just personally, to be able to overcome that mental thing in my head that told me I wasn't in a place to do. The camera already ran out of storage, so that's when you know it's a good sign. And that I've probably been filming too many videos. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, therapy, check. Great thing that I did in 2021, really proud of myself for that. Another thing that I thought was great in 2021 was also starting my full-time job. I feel like it has helped me a lot in terms of just learning more about the industry that I'm in, and, you know, providing that little extra structure or even just like a little bit more leeway when it comes to income. I feel like it's really helped me a lot, like be able to go to therapy and get the help I need, because being self-employed, like, you just have to pay a lot more for like health insurance and everything. So just having like the extra benefits of the full-time job and just learning so much and being in a really supportive environment. Like, I love the people I work with. I think it's a really awesome job that I have. So I'm really glad that I did that, and I'm learning a lot right now. I'm learning a lot, I think, for my future as like a content creator too, just from the other side. Like working on the brand side of things, I feel like it's just important to know more, because as a creator, there's a lot of like things that you just don't know behind the scenes. So now kind of getting both sides has really helped me, even though I was self-employed like for a full 2 years basically. So kind of going along with that, I've never really been someone that's been money motivated necessarily. I feel like I'm happiness motivated, like things that make me happy are things that I'm going to do every single day. I've always wished that I was more money motivated, just because obviously like being a 25-year-old person living in San Diego, you kind of need to be money motivated if you want to do anything around here. And this year I kind of put my head down and was like, okay, I'm not young anymore. Like I kind of got to get my finances in check. And I worked really hard on like the money stuff this year, just getting things sorted and like just negotiating better and learning more about the stock market and doing things like that. I ended up surpassing my financial goal kind of without me even realizing it, which was pretty cool. And at this point in time, I just feel like I am in a lot better place than I thought I would be financially, which is awesome because I don't know, I just kind of never never really saw myself as an entrepreneur necessarily. So again, I gotta stop saying that because obviously I am, but I never really pictured that for myself. So I just started believing in myself more, and I think that kind of paid off for me financially. And it's really crazy to see like all the opportunities that social media has provided in my life, and I'm just so grateful that I'm able to make this part of my career now. Like it's, especially for the years, like being fully self-employed, just being able to do that off of YouTube and Instagram and everything, and everyone following along, like it has provided me so many cool opportunities that I genuinely never ever would have expected would have come from social media. So kind of along with that, I've been able to work with really cool brands. Again, that if you had told me that back in like 2015 or something, when I was like running in college and everything, and that I would be working with brands like Nike, Garmin, Noon, like all these brands that I've loved for so long and have been able to partner with them over the last year has been so incredible. I'm just at a loss for words. The opportunities that social media has provided for me, I cannot like thank you all enough for having this be a part of my life and having you guys like following along. I know it's been like, I know my content over the last couple of years has just been kind of all over the place, but I'm just glad that everyone is along for the journey. And if you're still here from like day one, I really appreciate it because I don't know, I seriously cannot thank you all enough for what this opportunity has like provided for me in my life. So I would say those are some of the biggest wins for me over the last year, and things that I'm like proud of myself for, or things that I was really content with, very happy with. But if you know me, I'm like never content, it seems like, which is not a good thing. That's something to work on. That is something to work on in the new year. But some things that left me wanting more in 2021, there was a lot. Like I said, there was points where I feel like I hit rock bottom almost. So a lot of that I think had to do with therapy and that aspect of everything, and mental health. Maybe I'll open up about it down the road, but again, I need to like set boundaries for myself of like things I'm gonna talk about and things I'm not gonna talk about on the internet. So I don't know, but a lot of my like inconsistency with everything has had to do with the mental health stuff. So therapy, I just feel like has solved a lot of my problems. Then again, it's only been a couple months, so I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I do feel just so much better going into 2022 now. But some things that left me wanting more in 2021 were, I didn't really put myself out there enough to date. I didn't date a lot in 2021, and like, I mean, I'll talk about it a little bit later, but I do want to get into another like relationship here soon. I feel like I'm ready. I'm very stable in terms of like myself. I know myself really well. I know what I want, but I don't put myself out there enough. I really don't. And I know this, but then part of me just gets really frustrated with the dating apps. But then as you can see over my last couple of vlogs, like I don't really interact with that many people on a day-to-day basis just because my job is remote and being self-employed is remote, and the people I meet tend to all be in relationships. So there's just like, I don't know, I didn't really put myself out there, and we could talk about that a little bit more in a couple minutes. But the other thing that left me wanting more in 2021 was my physical goals. I didn't end up racing at all, and I honestly just took a very big long break from training at all because of the mental health stuff. I think I just really needed to take time this year to deal with that, because I knew after, like seriously, after talking with Alexi Pappas on my podcast and just hearing what she had to say about, you know, mental health and having that be like an injury, and you need to treat it as an injury rather than like just trying to shove it aside, because your mental health plays so much of a factor in like your physical health, or even your fitness goals and everything. Like you have to have a healthy mind to be able to function and accomplish those fitness goals that you want to. So for me, 2021 was just really about the mental side of things and like not caring about anything else. Yes, I feel like I tried a bunch of different things, and I don't know, over the last couple of years, I've obviously tried a lot of different fitness things, and I feel like it's just been me trying to kind of like, I don't know, get myself together again. It's just like that type of mindset that I have of like, okay, fix yourself, like do it yourself. And yeah, so me working on my mental health this year, aside from my physical health, I don't regret that at all, but I do feel like it left me wanting more in 2022. I really do want to race again. I really want you to believe that when I say it, because I feel like I've said it so many times, because I know I do. And now, like moving forward into 2022, I genuinely feel like I'm in such a good place to actually, you know, put that to work and start training again in a healthy way. I feel like I've just said this so many times, I probably sound like a broken record, but I trust me, no one wants it more than I do. Like, no one wants me to succeed more than I do, obviously, because I'm me. And I just feel like 2021 left me so eager for what's to come in terms of my physical goals. I'm not gonna say anything yet, because that's what I've learned over the past couple years, is that I'm not gonna promise anything, because I feel like I don't wanna let any more people down. I feel like a lot of this is me overthinking as well, but I just feel like I've let people down because I promise people things and I'm not able to commit just because of my past issues. Since I've worked on the mental side of stuff all year long, I feel so much better to move forward with that and then let you guys know like when I fully commit to something and when I have things planned and everything. But for now, like, I just appreciate everyone being along for the ride. That's why I want to vlog more, just my day-to-day life, and you know, be more consistent with that platform as well, just so that you guys can see what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, so that I'm not leaving you guys in the dark and ghosting you for a month and then coming back, posting a sponsored video and then leaving again and doing the same thing over and over again, because I feel bad. So that's my 2021 recap. Now let's get into the meat of this video. My goals for 2022. So let's start off with the work goals. The work goals being my social media side of it. Like, I'm just gonna leave out my 9 to 5 side of things because I can set my goals with them. This is just for social media, but for me, I would love to work with my favorite brands again. That is one of my favorite parts of my job, just because these products I use every single day, I feel like it's so fun to interact with these brands and have them like enjoy my content and want to be a part of it. I find that so much fun. So brands like Nike, Inside Tracker, Outdoor Voices, Phil's, which is long shots, but you never know. You never know. Athletic Greens, Noon. I did already confirm that I'm working with Noon again though, so that one is checked off. I'm very excited, but I just love being able to work with my favorite brands. So work related, those are some of my main goals. I have like a list of brands that I would love to work with. If you guys have any ideas of any brands that you would like to see me work with, let me know in the comments down below, because I think it'd be fun to like, you know, shoot my shot, pitch myself to someone. I don't know what daily vlogging is gonna look like for me down the road, but in terms of my YouTube channel, like being consistent again, at least once a week. Right now, I'm loving the daily vlogging. I find it really fun, but I think once a week for 2022, at least moving forward, is definitely my goal, because I just wanna get back on the YouTube platform. I've really put it off for like 2 years now, and I think it's my bread and butter. I genuinely love it, but I was just having a lot of self-confidence issues over the past 2 years, so it was really hard to film myself and everything, but now that I feel better, it's just so much more enjoyable. And yeah, I just want to get back on this platform and post fun content for you fellas. And I would love to get to 100K. I don't think that's too far out of the question. I know the running niche is like pretty small, but I would love to kind of like branch out and, you know, I don't know, reach 100K. I think that'd be cool to get like the little silver plaque to put on my wall back there. That's like every YouTuber's goal, I feel like, is to get the 100K and the 1 million. The 1 million is a little bit of a long shot for me right now, so let's start off with 100K and then go from there. My podcast, would love to grow that as well. I'm already super consistent on that, posting every single week on Thursday, so I don't have a problem with that. I think it's more just reaching out in terms of guests and, again, shooting my shot with whoever they may be. So if you guys have guest recommendations, let me know in the comments down below. I've gotten a lot of Molly Seidels. I'm like really trying for the guests that you guys want, so let me know down below who you guys want to hear on my podcast. And then Instagram is just fun for me, honestly. I just like Instagram and the platform itself. Same with TikTok. Like, I don't really have any set goals for Instagram or TikTok. I think it's me just like having fun on there, so we'll see. I just enjoy those platforms, both my food Instagram and my regular Instagram. I just enjoy posting on those. So, okay, let's get into some personal goals. So, kind of going off of the dating thing, I would love to date more. I had this goal in mind of going on like 2 dates a month, but I think that's kind of aggressive for me, since I'm starting, like, I'm going 0 to 100, like 0 dates to 2 a month. Like, that seems a little wild. And also, how am I gonna find these dates? Because the dating apps are lackluster, to say the least. So I don't know, at least one a month. Like one a month. I would love to find like an actual relationship this year. It's just been 3 years now. It's been 3 years since my last relationship. I definitely feel ready, and I feel like that's like one part of my life that I've never really filled that aspect of my life ever. So I think I'm ready to see. So if any of the, this is actually just my dating profile now. So if any eligible men are watching this video, okay. I would love to travel more. I feel like that's so generic, but I would love to travel abroad at least one time. I've done so much traveling in the States just from running events. And I love the United States, obviously, but I want to explore more out of the country. The only 2 countries I've been to are Mexico and Poland. So I would love to see Bali, Australia, like something else, Europe. It would be great. To travel abroad at least one time is a good goal, I think, for me for 2022. I have no idea. I have no plans yet, and I don't really know who I'd go with, but maybe I'd go alone. I don't know. My financial goals for 2022, let's see what I wrote down. I would love to like buy property rather than renting. I feel like I'm throwing so much money away to housing when I want to own something. It might be a long shot this year. I don't know. I need to like sort things out with the person, whatever they're called. As you can see, I'm in the very beginning stages of this, but I would love to buy an apartment, a house, a condo, a townhome, whatever it is that's in my budget. I would love to buy this year sometime. That might be a long shot, but I'm just gonna try to save as much money as I can over the next couple months to, cross my fingers, hopefully be able to do that within the next year, but we'll see. Going along with that, saving money and investing in the stock market, it's something that I've started to do over the last year. I actually got like a Roth IRA and everything, so I'm already like doing the retirement counts and stuff, but the stock market is still kind of a question mark to me. I'm in it fully, but I don't really know what I'm doing in it. That's the thing, is I feel like I'm a little lost. So learning more about the stock market, and I know that's not like really an actionable goal, that's so broad. So I need to like kind of narrow that down a little bit more, but just being more active in the stock market and actually like trying to learn more is definitely a goal for me this next year. So if anyone, also, I know there's probably a lot of like 15-year-olds watching this video, but if anyone has good resources about learning about the stock market that's not like basic but is more kind of in detail, please let me know in the comments down below, because I need all the help I can get. So also in terms of that, just being more organized with my finances, I've definitely done a good job this year compared to like previous years. I would love to just be more organized with my finances, like have separate bank accounts, get an accountant that actually is like in the influencer social media field, because my accountant right now isn't, and I feel like there's just some things that we can like tune up in there, you know, with my taxes and everything. But yeah, just like be more organized with my finances in general is definitely a goal for me moving forward, since I'm 25 now and going to be 26 later into 2022, but I just want to like be on the right track, you know? I know I am, but it's just like making sure. I would also just love to keep improving on my income. I want to just keep like going up as everyone does. I feel like that's a normal goal to have. I would love to make like 1.5 times what I made this year. That is a lofty goal, but I think I could do it. But with like freelance social media work, it's kind of like all up in the air. You don't really know what's gonna happen or what opportunities are gonna be given to you. You can definitely go seek them out, but a lot of it is just kind of networking and putting yourself out there and continuing to make content, and then opportunities kind of come to you sometimes. I don't know, but I think I can do it. I just like really need to work hard, and I feel like I'm in my girl boss era, you know? I feel like for a long time I was just kind of just there, but then now I'm like, girl boss. Now to my fitness goals, which I feel like a lot of people are gonna want more detail, but again, I don't know if I can provide a ton of detail for you, because right now we're still just like taking small steps to get there, but I would love to race again in 2022. I'm laughing because I feel like I said this in 2021, but I was neglecting the biggest part of getting to my fitness goals, which was the mental aspect. But now I feel better, and I would love to race again in 2022. What that may be, I don't know yet, and I'm once again starting to get back into training. I do have a coach, so that is great, and we're making steps in the right direction, and I made sure to like think about everything, make sure I'm ready to start gradually get into training again and just have a good head on my shoulders and really open communication with everyone that's in that like circle of mine. So yeah, we're making moves with that. Just, I would love to get on the starting line and like, you know, show them what I got. And I'm just really excited for this year. I'm very optimistic. This is definitely the first year since college where I feel like I have actionable goals that I can realistically achieve and that I've put thought into, and that I'm like very, very excited for the next year to come. I feel like a lot of the time it has been kind of me like, okay, what do I think I want to do? But now it's like I'm going to do it. That's the girl boss era that I'm talking about. Okay, well, this video has gone on for long enough. I will leave you guys with that. Hope you're enjoying the daily vlogs. Please leave a like if you are enjoying this type of content. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out, fellas.